This is awkward. You're expecting a bard, or at the very least a storyteller of merit. Instead, you get a thief. If it's any consolation, I am a damned good thief. Or I was. But you see, I've made a mistake. I've stolen something that needs tending. I have stolen something that without my intervention will surely die. I've stolen a story. My name is Vanda, and for the very first time in my life, I mean to tell the truth. The truth of the five. Don't expect flowery language or poignant metaphor. I am not some god's damned bard. But in a realm forgotten, you will remember them. You will remember the five. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another Monday night in the Realms Remembered. I am surrounded by some of my very favorite people on this or any other planet. We are going to get ready to play a little Dungeons and Dragons, explore a little bit in the Forgotten Realms, and see if we can't remember a bit of our story. But before we get started, I would like to let you know how you, my friends, can help the story at hand. You can, of course, go to our Going Live tweet, which is in chat right now. You can retweet that. As soon as we hit 20 retweets, a random party member will receive a nat 20. At 30, another nat 20. And at 40, somebody among the party, including a prior recipient of a nat 20, will receive a rechargeable legendary save. This legendary save can be carried throughout the course of the campaign. It will not go away at the end of every session, and there is a possibility that once used, it could recharge. So, if you would like to make our PCs closer to epic level monsters, then by goodness, by gum, make sure you retweet our Going Live tweet. Now, how else can you help? If you look down, you can see some direct ways to influence the narrative. You can help, you can hinder, you can do whatever you would like, including join the story in person. So go down. If there's something that tickles your fancy, by all means, enjoy that tickle and join us. But otherwise, Legion, sit back and enjoy a tale told by, again, some of my very favorite people. So we know why we're here. Play a little D&D. How can we be here? Our benevolent and wonderful sponsors. We are sponsored by Roll20, our virtual tabletop of choice. Please go right now and establish a free account at www.roll20.net. Right now they have custom token markers. We've got the ambient lighting that you will be able to use. The Call of Cthulhu rule set was just added. A lot of fun things to make your realms remembered, to make your campaign, despite the miles and miles of spaces that may separate your actual tabletop, your virtual tabletop, is never out of bounds. You can have your friends from all over the world join you in a world of your creating. Also, please go over to our friends at Die Hard Dice. If you are at one of those tabletops that isn't virtual and you would like to sling some dice, they've got some pretty ones. Go over there, pick out a bunch, and then when you're ready to check out, hit coupon code THEGRIM for 15% off. But that was then, and this is now. All you need to know about these wonderful party members that you are about to meet is that they are pursuing a monk by the name of Ironbender Oron. He has left his charge, his town, known as the Bend, under very mysterious and perhaps coerced circumstances. And as good adventurers and heroes are often wont to do, well, and our group, they have followed north. In their trek outside of the Bend, they encountered some devilish machinations that they were able to overcome. But they also found a royal party, a royal traveling party from Cormyr. Inside this party were the Crown Queen, the Crown Princess Margaret, and the Prince Bowden, both of whom are known to members of our party. But that's what you can know. You don't need to know anything more than heroes need to hero. A story needs to be told, and I'm not the one that's going to tell it. I'm going to simply sit back and let these fantastic storytellers do their thing. So now, without further ado, let's go and talk to them, get into this, and have some fun. Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Realms Remembered. Everybody, you can see these beautiful faces surrounding me. It is time for us to decide exactly what you would like to do as you are standing in front of the newly formed highway created by the monsters you faced last session as they buzzed out of the forest, stomping flat fern and undergrowth, toppling small trees, and creating a road. Now, as a reminder, you have the aforementioned Princess Margaret, Prince Bowden, and 30 of their guardsmen retainers. The road is north. What do you do?
Do we have horses of our own? Is everybody on horseback?
You are all horsed.
How much of a head start do they have on us? How long has it been?
Jessup and Chirp?
Yeah.
Or 15, 20 minutes tops? Maybe a little bit longer because you took a short rest. So maybe like 40 minutes or so.
Okay. We ride.
We ride hard. We ride.
Okay, so as you are riding hard, who's riding and who's with whom? Now, again, you all are de facto in charge of 30 soldiers that are coming with you. These soldiers make it very difficult to be quiet, but again, it's 30 soldiers. Are you riding ahead of them? Are you riding with the host? And if so, if you're riding with the host, are you riding kind of together? Or have you spaced yourselves out among the soldiers and the prince and princess? Just tell me how you're traveling.
I think it would be a good strategic-wise for Ulsark to scout maybe like a football field ahead.
Okay.
Or Quidditch field ahead.
Says everybody. Are you doing so on horseback or are you doing so on foot? Because it makes a difference.
On foot.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Everyone else?
I think that I'd want to stick kind of to the front, but within we're not a horde, what are we? The group thing, especially because I want to listen in on conversations.
Okay, so you're within earshot of anything that might be good.
Yeah, particularly Bowden, but also I'm wondering about where Roberts is placed.
Oh, I love the back of the line.
Yeah,
You
I
know
keep
love
looking
the
over
back.
my shoulder, giving you significant looks.
You can talk in my head, you know that, right?
Yes!
Okay.
James would probably be in the front. He he's probably got a Ulfsar's horse since he knows he's up above. So he was definitely be looking out for him as he's scouting ahead. So probably be holding on to that. He's at the front of the line.
Okay.
And is Ulfsark moving like quickly? Like, does he have horse speed on foot?
That would be cool, but no. He doesn't have horse speed, so it depends on how fast everyone is riding on these horses. But my intention is to scout the perimeter of this large group that's wandering through the woods. So be at like ahead of sound range. So I can.
So are we moving then? Or are we basically like trotting then instead of riding? Is that the idea?
Or is it like a situation where you scout, we go, and then we stop if we need to scout again?
Yeah, that works. If we're riding hard, it doesn't make sense for me to be on foot.
Cool.
I could be up there with Ulfsark as he scouts ahead with his horse. Like me and him could ride up faster, and I would have his horse for him as he looks ahead. How's that?
Okay, yeah. So we're at a trot, a consistent trot, and y'all sprint ahead,
Right.
hop off, look around.
There we go.
Get
That's
back
how
up
we're
on
good.
horse
That's how we're
as
going
we
to do
catch
this.
up. That's how we're going to
mess.
do this.
Yeah.
We're going to inchworm our way up.
And I think then Yuknon will ride at the front of the main host so that if, for instance, there's trouble up ahead, he can quickly bridge that distance on horseback.
I'm making sure we ain't got no sneaks behind us.
Gotcha. Okay, so by the way, everybody, Katie gave everyone advantage, and Summer, you also get plot armor. So yay for all that. Okay, so James and Ulfsark, as you are riding forward, you are then staying in sight of the column, you're staying in sight of the host, so Yuknon could potentially give aid if something were to happen? Okay.
That sounds fair.
So here's what I'm going to have you do. I would like to have Billy go ahead and roll me let's just do a Constitution check, because this is going to be a little bit taxing for, or an athletics. No, I want Constitution here. Give me a Constitution check as you're kind of hopping around and running throughout the woods. James, are you trying to be stealthy at all, or are you just riding up there with the two horses?
He would probably try to be somewhat stealthy, yeah, because he knows what Ulfsark's doing.
Okay.
He's not going to make a bunch of noise if he can help it.
You have two horses with you, so roll me an animal handling and then a stealth for me, please.
Wow, I can't believe I actually have good animal handling.
There you go, not bad.
And the stealth?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take my chances.
Hey, things are turning around. So, as quiet as a person has ever taken two horses through the brush, James disappears up ahead with Ulfsark as they are scouting. Constitution save, you're doing fine. No exhaustion or anything like that. I would be temporary anyway. But roll me, both of you that are in the advanced party, roll me a perception check, and we'll get back to it in a second. Bianca, you stated that you were listening, so you may roll me a perception check. And Roberts, you are looking for sneaks, so you may also roll me a perception check. Sorry, Dawn.
I'm using advantage.
I will too, since we just got it.
Yeah.
I'm burning mine quick. 60.
Twins.
Okay, so yeah, Bowden and Margaret were talking, and Bowden wheeled his horse and rode away from her. They're both wearing their armor. I will allow you to make an insight check on one of them, because you won't be able to glean from both as they split in that moment.
You can do this. I'll do. Wow, I'm a child. I'll do Bobo. Wow, they're Peggy and Bobo. Sorry. I will use another advantage. Okay,
Sure. I love the sound of it.
Yep. Oh, I didn't roll. Hold on. Great. 12. Big 12.
It's kind of hard to see with his half helm that he has on,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't see the eyes. The eyes usually being the way that it's going to really draw an insight. much like in poker, to be able to see what's actually trying to be hidden. You can't see it though, but just maybe by the carriage and the way that you see kind of the back go a little bit rigid, you think that he might be at the very perturbed, perhaps. You know, the jerkiness that he's handling the horse also speaks of some irritation.
Cool.
But,
I'm gonna go right up next to him in a bit.
Sure. With the 16 in the back, Roberts, you are able to turn around and not see anything. However, I believe you were who was the one that had the other sending stone? Wasn't it?
We sent it back.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Cal.
James has it.
James
and Cal.
Then
For
you don't.
some unknown reason.
Robert, you don't see anything.
I mean, I could have taken it if I was in the back.
Yeah, that's up to you. Out would it have been given to Robert, or that's a question for you.
Do you
Steve?
want to give it to me?
Are you questioning me? No, not really. I
Yeah.
don't want to give it to her. No, I will.
Okay.
I'll give it to her. I don't care.
Either way, keep it or not.
If she could have it, I could care less about it.
Great, I have it now.
Okay, so you don't see anybody approaching you from, and again, this is kind of a almost like a reaped area of the forest that's cut down, smashed flat. The creatures that ran through here in the thousands were able to really mash down this area of the forest. So it's difficult to. It's almost like a fire break. It's very, very sparse through this area. But as you're riding, you get, just way in the distance, as the higher you all go, you can see like the glint of the sea. And then maybe 10 minutes into your ride, you hear, hello?
I take out the stone out of my bag.
We'll just say that it probably vibrates, so you don't get, Cal doesn't, you're hidden somewhere and, hey, are you there? So,
Yeah.
it
buzzes.
It's
has
got
a ringtone.
It's got a silent option on it, yeah.
It's
Cool.
toxic.
Hey,
Yes, it is.
hey, it's Cal.
Hi, do you need something?
Can you see me from where you are? I just passed by the column, and I'm moving towards the bend as we speak. Making good time.
Can I see him?
Yeah, he's maybe a half mile off.
Yeah.
Did you see the little wagon disappearing?
Yeah. I can see you. You don't need to let us know. You don't need to update us so frequently.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll talk to you soon.
Safe travels.
You're pretty sure he didn't turn it off, if that's an option. You can still hear the creaking of the wagon and the rumbling of the rams until it just goes
I
dead.
turned mine off.
Right, your ear goes dead.
Click.
Up ahead, we're going to say that as you're traveling, half a day goes by, you're able to stop and water horses, water yourselves, get something to eat if you would like. As you press on, though, with your earlier perception check, Billy, you were able to see that there are tracks through here that seem to go in the opposite direction. There, with all of the thousands of claw marks that the chupacabra left, you can definitely make out here or there in the hard pack a hoof print. And so it's not super easy to follow, but it's just because of it's the different look of the print, you're able to pick them up every now and again. As you travel, though, for about 6 hours, as the morning turns to midday, turns into afternoon, and creeps towards evening, Billy and James, or Ulfsark and James, when you kind of crest a low hill as you're walking up steps into the Jasper Range, you see that there is what looks to be a box canyon ahead. And the tracks lead directly into it. There's a small cottage, or more like a utility hut, that's right at the edge of this box canyon, and there's smoke coming from the chimney. And thank you, Hawk. Everybody gets another advantage.
Awesome. Ulfsic's gonna go report his findings back to the host.
Are you both leaving that position and going back, or is anyone staying behind?
James will stay there. Let them go tell. Is the hut before the box canyon or after the box canyon?
It looks like it's right at the mouth of the very shallow box canyon.
And you said the prints that we were following head in the direction of the... Yeah.
It seems to go directly into it. Yeah, the rest of the region gets very mountainous as you see a lot of rocks and outcroppings and, geological disturbances probably a couple thousand years ago created a lot of spike and ridges through here, except for this box canyon.
Awesome. I'll confer with James. I'm going to tell the party.
Okay, I will sit here and watch. James is going to look above the ridges too. That's a perfect ambush spot apparently. So he will he'll say, "Okay, I'm going to sit here and watch the hut, and I will wait for your return. Maybe we should go down and check it out when you come back."
Can you whistle? Okay.
I can.
If something happens and you need to come back up here towards the front, you whistle like that, and I will hear you.
Okay. If something happens serious, though, you'll probably hear me say, "Get back up here. I need you."
Okay, but could you whistle first?
I will whistle and then say, "Get back up here. I need you."
Okay.
I need you. How's that? But if it's just secret like, I will give you 2 whistles.
Okay. And then he's going to take his horse and go back to the host.
And with a crackerjack plan in place, the two separate. James, since you are staying up there, roll me another perception check, please.
I will advantage this one.
Sure.
Actually, know what? I will not advantage this one. I'm going to take my chances again.
Yeah, let's save those, yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm a gambler.
Steve, you're back.
You're back. Yeah. All right. So, Steve, as James is up there looking around, you notice that it's obvious before it actually happens because you see with a natural 20 movement through the paned glass outside of this cottage, or from the inside of this cottage, your position on the outside, and you see the door open and a robed figure comes out. And as the robed figure comes out, walking around with parchment, and even from this distance and with a natural 20 perception, you can hear, "God, if I went this way," and it's almost like an observational turn of the back and looking into the box canyon.
He looks like does he look, he's in a robe.
He looks like he's scholarly and taking notes.
James will ride forward.
Sure. As you ride forward, you draw the attention of this individual.
James will put his hands up like to say, "I'm not an enemy."
Ooh. "Well met, traveler. What are you doing here?"
Hello. We are a party seeking to go forward there. How are you today?
Confused.
Confused.
I've been
confused. I'm James.
Oh boy. Yes, well, James, I am Evior the Sharp. Not confused.
Evior, how are you? I'm a priest of Ogma.
Ogman humor. Okay, well, no, I'm confused because I've been alone up here for quite some time and it seems to be a busy day. But how can I help you in your quest to go forward and carry humor throughout the realms?
Who did you see going forward? Maybe you can help me and I can help you end your confusion.
A knight and his sidekick.
That is 2 people we are looking for. About how long ago did they go through here?
Half an hour, 3/4.
Okay, so we're close to their track. One more question, and then I can. They're companions of ours, by the way, and he is.
Well, they're trespassing.
Who are they trespassing on?
I have a writ of knowledge that was given to me to research this land, and it was supposed to be undisturbed, and they rode through it despite me warning them and sullied it. How many... At this point, the sounds of the host have reached the edge of this area, and Evior, how many of you are there?
Oof. There is there's quite a number of us, actually, but let me ask you something.
How many? He ignores you completely. How many is how many? What do you mean? It sounds like an army.
Well, it's not an army. I would say a host.
But
Is about there's about 12 of us.
12?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not good at math, but let me ask you something.
Sure.
Did you see another individual go through here recently? About maybe 3-4 days ago.
His roll an insight check. By the way, face claim for Evior the Sharp is Adam Driver.
Another natural 20.
Yes, somebody did come through this way, and he is trying to figure out how to not tell you that with a natural 20.
It's very important that we find this person that came here through 3 or 4 days ago. You're saying you didn't, so he did not answer me when I asked him if he'd seen somebody.
He sort of ignored you and pressed past it. How many? 12? There's more than 12.
Now there might be, yes, but we're all good people. You know, we're not going to sully your land, I promise.
You already have.
What kind of land is this? I'm a Augment priest. I might be able to help you here.
That carries no weight with me.
Not even a little bit, huh?
No, I am an apprentice of the Archmaid Gallipolos.
Oh, you're an apprentice. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to have to get through this canyon. We have to find these people. It's very important.
Well, let me see your 12 people, and maybe we can talk about it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get back to this person that you saw a couple days ago. It looks like to me that you did see them. Did you speak with this person? It's very important.
I attempted to speak with this person, yes.
And what did they say to you? Did they ignore you?
They
look like somebody that was out of their mind.
Don't know. They were moving incredibly fast.
So they didn't answer you at all.
They seemed to... Perhaps they didn't hear me.
And how many days ago was this?
2. No. Yes, 2, concluding today.
2 concluding today.
With your natural 20, I'll tell you that is a lie.
A lie. Okay, so we're going to have to move through this canyon. Is there anything I can, without sullying your land, I don't know why you would sully this land, but we're going to have to move through here. Is there anything we need to worry about coming up?
He keeps looking over your shoulder like he's waiting for somebody else to talk to. No one's going in there until you get my go-ahead. I have taken precautions.
How do we get your go-ahead?
You tell me something that makes me change my mind.
It's of grave importance we go through there.
Do you have somebody in your party that's like a bard or perhaps like a holy knight that I could speak to?
Holy Knight. I'll tell you what. I'll go get one of my party members and you can speak with her.
Fine, but I want to see everyone. And don't come any closer than that stump. And he points to something about 25 yards off.
Now, we're friendly, so...
We'll see.
We're not here to hurt. We're not here to bother you. Believe me. We just want to pass through.
Very well.
And he'll ride back and he'll report to the front of the pack of what he is spoken with.
Summer, there's a buzzing in your pocket.
I answer it. I don't say anything. I just pick up.
All you hear is... Hello?
Hello?
Hey!
Hi.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know. I think one of those soldiers is following me. I'm gonna lose them. Don't worry about it.
No, which one of the soldiers that was with us?
Yep, I told him that I was going back to my farm, but I keep seeing a peek of somebody behind me whenever we take a rise.
And it's just one alone?
I think so. I'm not sticking around to find out. We're double timing it now.
Okay, well, don't go back to the bend if they're still following you, okay?
Where should I take them?
Lead them around. Get them lost if you can.
Okay, I'll try to take it cross country whenever I hit the fields.
Just don't let them see the bend.
Okay. Will do.
Be careful, and if they get any closer, let me know.
I will. I'll report back in. Half hour or so.
Okay, I'll talk to you then.
Okay. And again, it ends with a until you turn it off.
I hang up. If we're all like stopped or like, are we stopped? What's going on? Did Ulfsick make it back to us?
Yep. You
Okay.
are. Well, James has come across too, and this is all, we don't have to RP meeting up, but you have done
For
so.
sure. Yeah, I'll just grab Bianca. Drag you off a little bit. Just
Ooh!
off away from the rest of those people.
Yes.
Not our
secret
group.
Conversation.
So I just got a call from Cal, and he thinks he's being followed by one of them.
Fuck.
I told him to go around the bend if he could and just try and lose them somehow, but
Yeah, I suppose if they wanted to shank him, they'd just do it. It's not like he could do anything about it. Well, that's
Are
a
we
good
all together
plan.
right now? I'm sorry. Are we all together right now?
I dragged Bianca off to the side, but any of y'all could come up. I just don't want the others to hear.
Yeah, totally. I think Yuknon would probably approach if we're all gathering to plan what's next.
Mm-hmm.
Join it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll sort of look around too as he's coming back towards the back of the pack, and as he passes through the center, since he was up front, I guess he would look to see if Bowden was still with the rest of the pack.
Bowden has not returned. He rode off. You haven't seen, he kind of dropped back a bit in the pack. He hasn't returned to this area. He's still kind of like off at the flank. If you look hard, you can see him, but...
Okay, so he is with us. He's just in the back of the...
He didn't come back behind me, though.
No. He didn't like drop
Okay.
way back or anything like that. Mm-mm.
Okay, because that's not going to happen.
Sure thing.
All right. Should we give Cal any additional instructions? I don't know if he could actually lose anyone in a sheep cart.
To be fair, he knows the area better than any of us would, or any of them would,
True.
I would think. I think he could figure something out, be quick.
He's got to get back to
old.
Jeff. That's true.
He can't fight a knight by himself.
I mean, like Bianca said, if they wanted to kill him, they would have.
He'd be dead.
They're following him because they want to be led somewhere.
What if one of us, while we're trotting down this path, goes to help him, and then catches back up afterwards, just to make sure he's not being followed.
I can do that. I can go post haste and track Cal down, see where he led them, and accompany him. Protect him if the knights get too close.
I mean, he said he was near the fields. He's basically back to the bend, I think.
But if they don't see the bend, then he can hopefully keep them going around, but I could probably get back there in a day. Who knows?
Maybe we could ask. Maybe they just sent someone to look out for him.
Do we want them to know that we have a way to communicate with Cal?
Margaret
anyone
gave
back
us
at
the
the bend?
stones.
But we didn't tell them that we gave one to him.
What if we send Cal back up here and we can meet him in the middle and send him on a wild goose chase?
Well, then there's no point in giving him the stone to give to Jeff. Or it'll be much longer, at least.
But he'll still get it, and then the knights will not find the band.
He said he was going to check back in with me in half an hour. We can see if by then, if he hasn't lost them, then we can go after him, see if they're still following, but hopefully he'll be able to lead them away. He's not totally incompetent.
No, but we can't let that knight learn the location of the bend.
I told him not to
We
let them
can't.
see it.
Is the location of the bend secret?
I feel like we were told it was. Didn't Ironbender or somebody told us that it was?
It is not on any map. Ironbender saw to that, and while there are roads that lead from the main trade route to the bend, Ironbender went out of his way to make sure that there were like caravan watering stations and things that were built out along the main trade route that would make it ridiculous or not. No one would want to come to the bend. And after years and years, he actually had roads rediverted and things like that to make it as isolated as possible. I'm sure if you ask people in the region, of course they would know about the bend. It's not magical but he's done a lot to try to make sure that it is, at the very least, forgettable.
We have some other matters. There's
Right.
there's a gentleman up there who he said that the people that we're looking for went through, and Ironbender went through. He said 2 days ago, but he's lying. He will not let us through. It's some sort of archaeological or some sort of. They're trying to do something here. It's sacred land, and he's saying he's took attempts to block us through the box canyon up there. I told
Oh no.
somebody.
Oh, good. You're back. You paused there
Am
for
I
a sec,
back?
bud. Yeah, you paused for a
Yeah,
sec, bud.
it's I'm getting internet. This one I'm dealing with here.
So he doesn't want to let anyone through?
He says unless he gives us permission, we cannot go through it. And he's an apprentice. And I don't know what he's already said that we're already on sacred land. So
Sacred?
some sort of something that we've sullied. They've already sullied the land. Going through
Okay.
before.
Well, did he say anything about how he'd give us permission?
He said he wants to speak to a bard.
Well, we're shit out of luck.
Are we?
We're not really.
Yes.
So you don't want to talk to him for
I'll
us?
talk to him.
Okay.
No
He's-
thrill quill, but yeah, I'll talk to him.
He is a
Maybe
liar.
one day.
He wants to know how many people we have.
How many hold persons can I do per day? Just like
I have never ducked virtually until that moment.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. No more inspiration for Don.
Did he say anything else? Did we need to prove anything? Do
Prove
anything?
No, he just wants to know how many people we have, and we have more people than we should. So I say the 5 of us ride up there.
If we're all going to pass through, shouldn't we be honest about how many people we have?
Honesty is the best policy.
Unless you're saying that we leave the rest behind and only cross ourselves.
Oh, on the side note, did anybody ask Margaret or Bowden if they sent the knight after Cal? Do you think the knight did that?
No, that's what I first said.
I think asking them is a bad idea. It makes us seem suspicious.
That 5 of us going through would be better than 32.
35. Well, let's just, I'll go have a word. I mean, just didn't seem to.
Right.
I think it's important that we keep the host with us for as long as we can. I have a strong suspicion that they want to get to the bend. We also have to figure out how to make sure that that individual, that knight that's back there, can't relay what he's learned or she's learned. Even if Cal doesn't go back to the bend, that doesn't mean that the knight hasn't already found the location if Cal is that close.
How do we know he's the only knight that's went back?
We don't, but we can set an ambush, perhaps one of us, behind the rest of the hosts so that when the knight tries to catch up to relay what they've learned, they don't make it back to the host.
Do that as well.
All right. Keep planning. I'm going to go talk to, what was his name? Did he have a name?
I'll go. James will go with her.
Did he like you, James? You should come with me. You're very insightful. Come on.
He's a liar. I know that. He is not truthful with you.
She's not going to say what she was thinking. Not going to say what she was thinking.
But what was she thinking for our gratification?
You're all dirty liars.
You all are dirty liars. I agree.
But I didn't say it. Not you, Yuknon. You're an angel. Okay. Oh, wait. No, I'm mad at you. Okay, let's go. Me and James are going.
Okay. Everyone that's staying behind, are you doing anything in particular? Maintaining your same level of scrutiny on the host, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So much scrutiny is happening. So much listening is happening.
I think mostly trying to figure out if Bowden is trying to do anything, keeping a subtle eye on Bowden.
I want to figure out if he and Maggie had a tiff. That's what I think happened.
Bobo and Peggy?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check, Billy, Dawn, and Summer, and the highest winner gets a bit of information. Highest number.
Sure. I'll use an advantage.
Sure.
Me too.
Okay, everybody.
If this is a competition.
I'm not going to use advantage.
Smart.
Oh, wow. Congratulations to me.
Oopie.
And
we
Billy
did hit 20 retweets, just FYI.
Okay. So with 20 retweets, I will say that let's go backwards. Dawn 1, Steve 2, Summer 3, Billy 4, Lauren 5. That's not that thing.
So close.
5 is Lauren. Lauren, you get a nat 20 to use whenever you would like to use it. Thank the Legion.
We do every day.
I know. Okay, so Billy, Ulfsark would just casually looking around as everybody is just so much scrutiny here. But your scrutiny, with its subtle delivery, gets the most results. You see that Bowden appears to, as casually as possible, be looking Robert's way. Over and over again. Like riding here, riding there, kind of checking on troops, but then his eyes will glance up over his shoulder or past the helm, seeming to track and then find Roberts, kind of note her position, and then go about his business.
Ulsik will look at Roberts. Can I speak to you for a moment?
Yes.
Over here.
Okay. Yeah. She'll come off to the side.
So I don't know if you've been noticing, but every time, a couple of minutes or so, Bowden will glance over at you. I'll do a little thing here, then look over at you. It is like the period of all the sentences of his movement.
Her first instinct is to look over to see if he's looking at her, but he's not going to, because she's not going to do that because she doesn't want to let him know that they're talking about him.
Do you know this person?
I did, but I didn't think he knew who I was.
Well, he might know who you are, or he might take great interest in you.
I can't say.
I'm suspicious. So,
Well, why don't you go ask him about it?
okay. And then Ulsark will turn and head in Bowden's direction. And then, if he's able to approach in the company of knights. Oh, Mr. Bowden, sir, may I have a moment of your time?
Of course, of course. A retainer runs up and he swings out of the warhorse's saddle. Yes, is there trouble?
Oh, no, we have approached a little box canyon and we're attempting to speak with somebody. But there's something I couldn't help but notice when you were checking on all of the troops, and you would stop something and then you would look over. And then you would stop something, and then you would look over. And I think you were looking at me.
I'm sorry, friend. I wasn't looking at you.
Oh, then...
If I was, I apologize. It was little more than just making sure that this is a stressful situation all of a sudden to have been in battle and then following path. It's like a legend.
It is similar to the greatest stories I have ever heard. But if you are not looking at me, were you looking at somebody else?
Not that I'm looking at everyone, but I'm not paying particular attention to anybody.
Oh.
Should I be?
Well, no, I thought that you were looking at me, and I don't know, I just wanted to talk to you about it. Maybe there was something you wanted to tell me?
No, I'm Margaret. You've met. She's my love. Margaret. No, I'm not looking I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at you.
Oh, okay. Well, if you need anything, you can ask me. Hello, Margaret.
Thank you. Roll me a perception check.
I'll use advantage on this one.
Sure.
15.
With a 15, he pulls back a little bit as Margaret comes up, and you hear just the whisper of it reach your ears. I can see why they always send him out to scout. It's a bit off-putting.
Wait, what did you say something?
No, nothing. Not looking or saying anything. Let's quickly, Margaret, let us away. And they kind of move away from you. Margaret's looking, having no idea what's going on, but kind of looking over the shoulder, looking at you, Ulfsark, and then just kind of being pulled away. But with your perception check, about 5 feet away from being pulled away by Bowden, you see her jerk her arm away from his grip.
I give you a look, Ulfsek, that's like, did you find anything out? Anything interesting?
Something is amiss.
Okay. What is it?
They're behaving strangely.
Yeah, they're in a fight.
But he didn't own up to looking at any one of us in particular. Which is a lie.
Well, I can understand why.
So what do we do about this?
Is there anything that we can do about it?
We can murder them in broad daylight. That really send a message home.
To who?
That is a good point. But that was an option. I didn't say it was the best option. But I don't like him. That Bowden fellow.
I don't either.
So we cannot like him together and do nothing about it. Hooray.
It sounds like a plan.
And with the formulation of a plan, with murder potentially being still on the table, we will travel up the hill to the bard and the priest as you all kind of crest over and look down toward the Cox Banyan and see that Evior is kind of waiting, tapping foot, stereotypical. He's impatience personified.
You and me, Jim. Dynamic duo.
There he is, B. He's right down there.
Oh my god, I love that. Okay, I'm gonna stride up to him. Jim and B. Classic.
New sitcom.
Hmm?
Murder mystery.
NBC. Definitely.
And James says, "This is Bianca. You, she may be able to explain things better than I can."
Hi.
Hello, I am Evior the Sharp. I am beholden to this area for research, and I need to know exactly why I have an incursionary force that seems to be, and yes, I did look over the hill using my magics and saw that there are way more than 12 of you.
There are 35.
That
I
is
can count.
almost 3 times as many as 12.
But it's not quite.
It is almost 3 times as many as 12.
So we're both liars.
Dear sir, I'm not a liar. This is my land. I am here to do research.
Research on what?
I'm not sure if you are familiar with my topic of study.
I don't know. You have to tell me what it is.
Have you ever heard of ley lines?
No, tell me all about it.
It's impossible to tell you all about it. It's a lifetime worth of research. But I would just tell you that I am here looking at a very particular anomaly, a very particular feature of the ley lines. And I have every writ and permit to be in this location.
So would walking through this beautiful box canyon disturb your research somehow?
Yes.
The ley lines.
For one, it's dangerous, but yes.
How so? Are they like physical or like metaphysical?
No, somebody has done something to the ley lines here.
You don't say.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do. Wow. Like what? Is it really dangerous?
Listen, I can sense your sarcasm. I am warning you for your own good that this is a dangerous area. I've already had trespassers. I don't wish to see anybody else hurt.
Did someone get hurt?
3 went in, none came out.
So where does that lead?
It's a canyon that is a box.
Is it?
There
Jim
is...
starting to get annoyed. He's almost supposed to grab this dude up. You could see he's starting to get fire in his eyes. He's like, look,
Listen,
we're going to pass through there.
Then I will raise my attrition count for the anomalies victims.
Does the ley line run through the canyon?
It runs into and out of. It's a ley lift.
What is a ley lift?
Ah, it is a line that goes to the stars.
geographically, Greg,
Yes.
is this where, I mean, there was a canyon by the well. There was like an entrance. Does this seem to be part of that range?
I tell you what, you were the only one to be at both locations that you're currently looking at this location.
Mhm.
I wasn't there either.
Oh no, you saw it too, Steve, but you were ensorcelled for a large part of that first visit.
I was the closest one to the canyon.
Right. But yeah, I'll let you both roll this, but I'm going to let you pick what you want to roll here, because this is going to be, if you're trying to, tell me what you're trying to do, and then tell me what you'd like to roll to do so. I don't want to give you any...
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to deduce if this, like, if there's likely a way out of there and what's-his-face, Evior, doesn't know it, and that it's leading to that same spot.
Okay, so you're looking like for like a geographical type of...
Yes.
Just roll me a... you tell me what you'd like to do, and I'll see if you can convince me of it.
It seems like some kind of intelligence check. So
Right. If you want to do straight intelligence too, I would allow that. If you want.
Intelligence or nature, maybe.
I'll take either.
They're the same. Okay.
How about guidance?
Oh, guidance me.
Sure.
I can.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to use an advantage because it's not my forte. Thanks, Steve. And 18 plus 4 is 22.
You don't believe that this connects? You believe you're geographically just looking around for landmarks that might be similar, or whether or not there could be a way that this could... Now, I mean, it could go underground and pop up in that area, but it doesn't seem right as you're looking at the sun, and kind of with a 22, that's a pretty good way to kind of triangulate where you are. It doesn't seem right, but let's see, Steve, do you want to roll anything here?
I would roll perception.
Okay.
I feel like...
Not good.
Okay.
But it seems from what James gathered that everyone went through here, including Ironbender, from what Jim had. I keep seeing your name and I'm calling you Jim. What James has gathered.
Yeah, and what Evior said, that everybody, a night...
Also, I protest him seeing through my sarcasm. It was so good. Evior... So we are actually with the Crown Princess of Cormyr, and we have to get through on royal orders.
Oh, so what are you, the court jester, the bard, or the...
James is like, watch your tongue.
I'm asking a question.
No, you're being rude.
Am I? I apologize if you believe that I am being rude. This is my land, though, for now. And I'm trying to protect you all from... There are dangers inside here. I'm still researching. I'm 2 to 3 weeks off. If you would like to wait, I could tell you when my findings are completed.
What if we could tell you about some of the dangers we faced with a broken ley line?
What do you know of the ley lines?
A sight more than you do, I bet. At least with this one in particular.
Fine.
Did you know you can travel through them? Like, really weirdly.
That's impossible.
Evior, we want to pass through. We know the dangers. And if we can find out something for you, we will come back and help you. I promise.
Like research
I'm a priest of Alma,
assistants.
knowledge, and we would be interested in these ley lines, but we have to go through there, one way or another.
Roll persuasion.
James or
Bianca?
me? Me.
I will guidance myself.
We have
and I will
worked
use an advantage
together.
if I have to.
We have worked together on this.
Yes.
I will allow someone to roll one.
I will. Yeah. You
And
want
I will
guidance?
guidance her.
Thanks.
I will kind of tap her on the back as she,
Just buff buddies.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay.
Oh, not a good one though.
16. I'll use my inspiration. Why not? I don't want to deal with this game. Yeah.
Okay, so the 24. Fine, but it's dangerous. The 3 people have gone in there and none of them have come out.
These are
Right,
three
because
people
they've
we're
probably
looking
gone
for.
through.
You can't go through. It's a canyon. That's a box. You can't
like
leave it.
Box Canyon?
Yes.
Let us investigate. And what we find, we will come back and report to you, I promise.
Listen, there's a strange feeling when you get too far into the area. It's kind of a lull, like a voice. It's there's magic.
Look at us as test subjects.
I don't need test subjects. I need someone that can tell me what's going on. I don't need someone to just walk in and disappear.
If we come back, we can tell you. If we don't, then you continue your research. Not disturb the land, I promise, and we will not destroy the ley line.
You can't destroy the ley line anyway.
Why is it broken?
I mean, so there's obviously some reason you do not want us traipsing through there, and that's it. We're not going to disturb the land, I promise you.
Very well. Have at it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You see
And
you see a gesture with his hand, and Bianca, you'd see a shimmer in front of the canyon disappear.
So sweet.
There you are. Nice knowing you.
You too. Okay. Let's
Thank you, sir.
get everybody.
You are too kind.
I'm not.
At least you're pretty. And I'm going to go get everybody.
The back straightens a bit at that comment. If it's smooth out the robes. Yeah, you're all up there. You can bring the host up within the stump reach. You can see the canyon is there. And Evior is standing by the little cottage that he seems to have claimed for himself.
Has it been 30 minutes?
Not quite.
Okay.
We're
Keeping
gonna
keeping an eye on that stone. I'm kind of nervous about. I'm guessing you tell us everything that he said, right?
Yeah,
Okay. A little nervous about going into the canyon
sure.
and not being able to get in touch with.
Like there's gonna be wireless interference
Yeah.
on the sending zones. That
Yeah.
you know what problem.
I honestly think so, yeah.
Have roaming charges.
I think. Yeah, if everyone, does anybody have anything they want to do before we go in?
I think as long as the host is coming with us, then they can't retreat and. Right?
Perhaps we should inform the host of the dangers just so
Mhm.
they know. And
Yep.
perhaps we should at least wait until we hear back from not Dag.
No,
Dag's
he's
dead.
dead and
He's
he's
dead.
never coming back.
Got his eyeball, right?
His head got smushed.
Yeah, super
But
smooshed.
perhaps we should wait until we hear back just to make sure that
Mhm.
we don't get stuck in that canyon and we're needed.
I
Mhm.
agree. Especially if he says that people don't come back out, then maybe it has another way out. We would have to come back a different way. I think waiting is the best option.
Great. And then when we go in, I think Ulfi and I maybe should go up front because there's magic, and if, it's a canyon.
I'm happy to go tell the prince and princess of the dangers and
Bobo and Peggy?
yes.
All right.
James would probably go with Yukon. He has a good relationship with him. Yeah, he'll go with
Sure.
him. Yeah, he'll
Can I,
ride
Of
with
course.
Can I sneak off?
No.
I need to sneak off and do something really quick.
Can I come with you?
You can come with me if you want.
Thanks.
If you're rolling stealth to sneak away from everybody, then anybody that would want to know about it would just roll perception. And this is going to be just the base perception off of the soldiers that you would have to, if you want to completely like avoid detection, or if you're just like playing it off like you have to go.
We have girl talk.
Right.
I'm not trying. It's not that serious. I don't need to stealth. I just want to be by myself for a second. If somebody
Yeah.
happened to walk over, I don't care if they see me.
Sure.
Cool. I'm with her.
Okay. I'm just going off a little bit, kind of towards the canyon, and I grab my bowl, and I'm going to use my bowl and see if I get anything. See if I have any visions.
Sure. Absolutely. Roll
Those
me.
bowls do give you visions.
I love the bowl that gives me visions. Okay. What do you want me to roll?
Okay. So
We did hit 30 if you just want to see really quick. If I happen to get a 20, no big deal.
Okay. Let's
Before
everybody
we do this part.
keep your same numbers since our 5 is gone. It'll be 1 Don, 2 Steve, 3 Summer, 4 Billy.
Three.
Don.
Yay, good job. Okay. Do you want me to roll something?
Yes. Whenever you use this, let's do perception.
Okay. Sounds good. Can do. I'm going to use an advantage on that.
Okay.
$19. Not bad.
Okay, so again, when that long note is, it's much like one of those Tibetan sound bowls that you're using to create that tonal, almost that seance, that monastic sound of meditation, and it creates that long pitch that erupts. You're able to again see beyond the veil. You can see the ley line running into the canyon. You see it. It is not the one that is blistered and pocked, though. This is a full strength ley line that seems to be going into this area. It doesn't have those black, almost cancerous spots that kind of float along, signifying that there's been damage done to the ley line. But the thing that's unique about this, when you look, Roberts, is that it goes into the canyon and then you see the ley line shooting into the sky.
She, after being able to see the ley line go up, she puts away the bowl. Bianca, are you just hanging out?
Yep, I've been watching you, not like a creep or anything.
Yeah. And she looks over at you. The ley line goes right into the sky.
Huh.
It goes into the canyon and then up.
Didn't you see a city in the clouds back at the bend?
I did. Sir Jessup was yelling about it, I think, when they rode off.
About how high is this canyon? Or not high. I don't need to know that. How deep? Like, can we see the end of it? Or is it kind of...
When you look in, you can't see like the floor, but you can see the very kind of like top rim. It doesn't look like it's any more than maybe 40 feet deep from the mouth where Evior's cottage is to what would presumably be the far wall. You can't see all of it. You just kind of have a narrow view, but you can see the top of what looks like the other wall, and it doesn't seem very far away at all.
And if I kind of cast my eyes up, is there anything that sticks out? I think Roberts and I are both still wearing our ruby rings.
Okay. Roberts, with your perception check and with what you're seeing, I'm going to give this to you, but you're both going to witness this kind of Roberts a second and then Bianca a moment after. You look up, and then you look down, kind of, you're still following that residual of the ley line. Roberts, you can still see it as it kind of pierces the very middle of what would be this canyon, and then it sort of hits you. This isn't a canyon, it's a crater. At least it was a long time ago.
Huh.
What fell?
Maybe a star person fell.
Well, if Ironbender went in there, and we know Jessup and Chirp did, well, either they found a way through, or they're stuck, or we'll find their corpses. But I'm optimistic.
I am too. I think that we'll find them if we enter.
Great. All right, we should tell everyone it's time to get moving.
As soon as we hear from Cal.
30 minutes has come and gone.
Literally as soon as 30 minutes is over. I'm going to be that annoying person. I'm grabbing the stone, bringing it over.
You don't
No answer?
hear any answer.
No breathing?
No breathing.
Well, he could be dead. He could be dead. I've gathered the group at this point.
Yeah,
You're all around.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then we should make sure that that knight does not get back to the rest of us and see if he's all right.
Bianca, you're friends with that guy. You could make sure that he doesn't let anyone pass into the canyon after us.
Great idea.
I think I'm going to go have that conversation now with the
Yes.
prince and the princess.
Good luck.
Thank you.
James, are you still going to?
Yeah, James would definitely accompany. He's watching Yukon.
Okay.
Yuknon will ride back towards. Are they together or are they still split up?
They're split up.
Okay. Then first he will go to Bowden in the back. He'll dismount off of his horse and kneel and sort of spread out his cloak in a sort of a formal gesture, but it's a little half-hearted. It's a little quickened. And he'll say, "Prince, I just wanted to inform you as to what lies ahead in the canyon there. Are you familiar with this area?"
No, not at all. No, this is my first time. I've never been. Is there trouble? More trouble? Should I alert the soldiers?
The scholar believes that the canyon could be dangerous, and I thought it was important to inform you and your soldiers that we might have to find an alternative way out once we enter, that we don't know what magic or dangers wait inside. And we'll have to be particularly observant. I wanted to make sure before you made the decision to enter that this is a risk that you're willing to take.
About as much. I told Margaret that I believe that she should go back. She She's the crown of Cormier. Well, listen, she's, I don't know, excited, having fun with this. But it's dangerous, and she should know that. It's dangerous, and she should go back. Maybe you could talk to her. You seem to have a affinity for her.
Well, I want no harm to come to any of your men, women, to you or the princess. I'll speak with her. But tell me, is this all of the men? Are we missing anyone?
The wounded wave child stayed with them. Quartermaster, the wagon stayed back. Few of the non-military personnel. We just brought the soldiers with us.
If you were to leave here and not enter into the canyon, where would you take your men? Where would you go?
We could wait out here for you and make sure that no trouble befalls you, that you can go in and have a place to fall back to should the situation turn. More of those creatures are about. We could form a perimeter here. There's sturdy walls, sturdy land, rock. We could set up a barricade of sorts, perhaps fortify.
That is a very kind offer, Prince. Greg, I want to make an insight check on.
I do too.
Prince
I
Bowden.
want to do an insight check on him as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to use an
It sounds like
advantage.
he's waiting. This is a trap that we're going to come out of.
Right.
Are we using advantages, friends?
I am, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll use one too. Why not?
Jesus, Steven.
Steve's back. He's back to the point where he has cast.
Frozen like the end of the Breakfast Club.
James Bender. I hopefully he pops back in at usually with this length. I doubt he will, but there he is. He's back.
I'm back.
He's
There.
back.
It was amazing, Steve.
Sorry, I apologize. I've been dealing with this for the past hour and a half now.
No problem, buddy. It was just you had a great
Yeah.
pose. You were just like Judd Nelson in the Breakfast Club. So, no, okay. So Dawn, a 17's good, and you definitely catch a little stink coming off of what Prince Bowden is saying. This is your day, James. You're seeing right through a lot of people, and Bowden is 100% full of shit in everything that he is saying. The comments that he made, even if we were going back and saying that this was throughout the course of this conversation, you were able to glean the following. The conversation with Margaret about he claims was to have her leave for her safety. You're not sure what the real argument was, but that certainly was not it. That was complete bullshit that he was telling you. All of these suggestions that he's making, it's a twofold bullshit. One, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He has no clue about fortifications or what exactly is a good place to hold up. He's just pulling that out of his ass. And two, you're not real sure that... You're not real sure that there would be 30 people waiting to help you when you came back out. There's a nebulous kind of a sinister quality to a couple of the things that he's saying as he looks at the two of you.
Do I see like what they saw before, the stars in his eyes?
You don't see any of that right now, no.
Okay, but so James didn't know. He kind of didn't believe Yuknon that everybody's being too paranoid with this guy. Now he sees it, right? Now he knows that this guy is completely the wrong.
To you, James, it's so profound. To you, if you've ever heard somebody, even in a movie or a play, or somebody that's pretending to lie poorly, it just seems so obvious that this guy is full of shit. It's you can't unsee it now. And everything that he's saying is just triggering every alarm, every warning that you've ever had in the course of your travels about somebody that is just being dishonest. and for a potentially sinister game.
Okay. Well, James would definitely say, we thank you, Bowden. Now, Yuknon, we're going to set up what we want to do. We don't want to put you guys in harm, but I need to speak with Yuknon for a moment, if I could, before we, because this is dangerous business and we don't want to put you involved in that. We know that you are, you are high, you are esteemed, and I just want to speak with him for a moment.
Of course, James, of course. And we can go speak to the princess as well on
Do I have to
your
make
behalf.
a persuasion check on him? Is he starting to...
You can make a deception check because you threw in a little bullshit of yourself there.
Can I guidance myself on advantage and guidance myself?
I'm going to allow you to guidance yourself, even though the act of it is actually... I'll let it go this time, but in the future you should know that it's not subtle to guidance yourself. You're like grabbing your holy symbol as you're talking.
Well, listen, buddy. Oh God, I'm choking. I think a bug went in my throat.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah, I will advantage too.
Okay.
Oh, and if let's just.
Heck yeah.
So a 19?
Yep.
Just to make sure. There's a long moment where the two of you just look at one another. This is almost like that time where two card players realize not the tell, but they realize that there is one that they haven't figured out yet. This is the part where the game is afoot. How perhaps you were playing before changes with the realization.
I got a 2-7, a diamond, and a club. So I'm pulling on all the stops here. This is about as bad as it gets for him.
He nods, and of course, yes, Princess Margaret is just over there.
James would kind of pull. He's like, he would say, he would kind of whisper to Yukon, just walk toward Margaret. You are right, 100%. He is completely lying. There is everything he says right now is wrong. It's vibrating with me. We have come into a pit, and it's the pit of vipers.
It'll be okay, James. He is, and they've walked away from him at this point. They've put some distance.
Yeah, they're definitely he wouldn't say that right next to him.
I'm sorry, what was that?
He's right behind us.
Right. How dare you, sir?
I'm glad that you see what I saw before now with him, but I have a plan, and I think the princess might go for it. Let's go speak with her.
How well do you know the princess?
Honestly, I don't know her that well. I knew her when she was younger, a girl. Before she was a princess at all. But I know her heart.
You're a lot older.
I know what she's made of.
Older than I thought.
I've aged well.
Yeah. James is definitely on edge now because we've brought a bunch of people that it's going to be definitely not a good scene here.
I don't believe all of them are a part of whatever the prince is doing. I think most of them, perhaps all of them, are loyal servants of Cormyr. They have no reason to do anything but what they're ordered to. But when it comes to hierarchy, they will follow the princess's orders before they will follow his.
James is like agreeing with everything Yuknon says, but this doesn't usually go the way that, he's like, could be bad.
I think Yuknon senses James' tension and apprehension,
Yes.
and he just sort of smiles and he kind of lets out like a short bellow of a laugh. He just kind of throws an arm around Brother James's shoulder and gives him a squeeze. He says, "It's going to be all right. We've dealt with worse, James. Let's go speak with the princess."
James kind of throws up his hand and says, "Okay."
As you're moving over to the princess, a stone begins to vibrate in your pocket, Summer.
Thank God, I'm picking it up.
Right there. What's happening?
Instead of the even breathing that you had heard before, you hear a hello, hello.
Hi, are you all right? Where are you?
I don't know. I had to run. I'm in the woods.
Are you hurt?
He got me in my side.
He attacked you.
I don't know this. It was an arrow.
Have you seen him? Have you been able to tell absolutely if it's one of the men that was with us earlier today?
I can't tell. He came out of the sun.
Oh, fuck it. Forget what I said. Go to the bend where you know that you'll be safe. You can call for help there. At least if you can get help, you can possibly detain him. But if you're alone, you don't have anyone there to help you. You need protection.
I gotta go back for Flower.
Flower is a survivor, and she will find her way home.
I don't know where I am. I'm turned around a bit.
Can you climb trees?
My side hurts. I don't think so.
If you can find a tree with lower large branches, see if you can pull yourself up. They should offer some cover if he is going to continue to attack with an arrow. And if you can get up high enough, you should be able to see the bend. You were close, weren't you? You were to the fields.
I could smell the lavender.
Okay, well then you still must be close to home. So just find cover wherever you can. Hide if you can. And then as soon as you have an opportunity, head back to the bend.
Oh, try. Be careful. They might be coming for you.
Okay, we'll be safe. Just take care of yourself, okay? Your safety comes before everything else. Before the bend, okay? Forget what I said about that.
Okay.
Is Ulfi with us?
I haven't gone with you or with them, so I'm kind
Okay.
of.
You can just be
eyeing
with us.
everything from the
Yeah,
roof.
be with us. Come here.
Just have you been standing here this whole time? So quiet.
We need to send someone back for him.
I will go. I can track him down.
He's hurt.
Ulfi's
Then the
fast.
scent will be better. Easier to
You
find. I
can
will
take-
need the stone, though.
Of course. And she hands it over. I think she says, "Cal, are you there? I'm giving the stone to Ulf 6, so he's going to come find you, okay?"
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we're sending someone to help you, okay? So all you need to do is stay safe.
Look for Flower.
We're going to find you first, okay?
Tell him to. It's going to sound a little weird, but tell him to start peeing on the trees.
I'll let you be the one to tell him that. And then just holds out the stone to Ulfsick.
Cal, can you hear me?
Yes.
I need you to start peeing on the trees. It will leave your scent. It will be easier for me to find you.
Not a problem. Think I've already done that.
Ulfi, can you sneak around these people?
Don't let them see you leave.
Can you get me a horse? I can do it by foot, but it will be faster if I get the horse.
Absolutely.
We'll take it to drink somewhere and take out whoever hurt him.
The other boys are going over to Margaret right now, right? Bianca, if you can get a horse, then I think I could distract the prince.
Head cock. Sure. And then I need to talk to Elvior. Okay.
Break.
And break.
And Ulfsick will go into the woods near a body or a stream, a trickle of, so that he can get the horse and head out.
I'm gonna kind of help cover for him.
Are you talking to Elvior? Are you going to...
Yeah, I
Elvior?
need to talk to Elvior. Yeah.
Okay. You
Hi
can...
again. Hi.
I mean, because Ulfsick can sneak off so that the group doesn't see him leave. Bianca's going
Right.
to meet him with the horse, and the rest of us,
Mhm.
they're already distracting the princess, so she won't notice. But
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll
here's
look like
how we're
I'm-
going to play this.
Okay.
All of this is happening at once. So Bianca talking to Evior, the discussion with the princess, and then Robert's distracting Bowden, and
Mm-hmm.
Ulfsark going for or meeting up with a horse. All that's taking place in the span of however long it takes to kind of like, 30, 60 seconds, whatever that would
Mhm.
be. So we'll do the first leg of this simultaneous action right now with Evior. Yes. Okay.
Hi. Hi
Hi.
again.
Yes.
So I noticed your fun wall of force there.
Oh, you saw that, did you?
Yeah. No, it was subtle. It was good work. Can you do me a favor? And this will actually help you. This will help you.
I can't teach it to you. You have to be magically trained.
So, you're good with social cues, right? So, we're going to go in there, right? And I would love it if you would just pop that bad boy back up. And if anybody tries to come in, just like, no. Because, we're with royal people. We do not need groupies. Got it?
Trap you in there?
No, just it's like a hug from behind, but one I'm asking for.
He leans forward. I mean, like right cheek to cheek as he kind of leans in. Are you captives?
Which of us?
The ones that are not Cormyrian?
No.
Then why do you want to be separated from...
No, we were all going in there. It's just we had some word that, maybe some people were following our group. We don't want anyone coming in behind us,
So
surprising us unawares.
you want me to seal in all 35 of you?
Yes. And don't take it down until you see my shining face.
Roll persuasion check.
Yep. Mm. 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 Do I use a natural 20? Summer, what do I do?
oh, fuck yeah, use it. Go for
Yeah.
it.
Fuck yeah. We're going to use it. So that's 28.
Okay, but just for you.
See, that finally feel like I'm
Feel like...
being respected.
I feel like perhaps you are you... You can tell me. I'll help you. Are you slaves? Are you servants?
We're kind of like, what do you call it? Like like in a museum. You've probably been to a lot of museums.
He has, but he's not catching your drift. But he will say, when you get in there, those you don't care for, let them get close to the rift. Ones you do care for, stay clear of it.
It's good to know. Who's your master, if you don't mind me asking?
The Archmage Gallipolos.
Where is he?
Cormyr. Suzal. He's the Archmage of Astronomancy.
So, you're from Cormyr,
No.
but you've been.
Yes. Technically, his tower is located in Cormyr, but it can be anywhere. Thus is the want of the powerful Archmagi.
Do you have political opinions?
None.
That must be nice. All right. Do you do any any mage handshakes or anything like that?
No, we seal all deals with a kiss. I'm kidding.
Maybe when I get out.
Put her there.
Slap it in his hand and go back to find Roberts.
Okay. Let's go to the princess, James and Yuknon.
Yeah, Yuknon will approach the princess. Is she with others at the moment, or is she off? Do we catch her while she's by herself for a moment?
She's separating. People will always be coming up to her, asking if she needs anything. Even the soldiers have kind of taken up like the duties of what would have been like her specialty servants, but she's does more waving away than anything else.
Sure. Yeah, he would sort of stand back as I imagine people are mingling with her and coming and going, and he would just sort of, not from too far off, maybe like 30 feet or so, just kind of give her a toothy, tusky smile and wait for her to see him so that she'll come on over.
Oh, as soon as Yuknon's on his way, everyone is dismissed as Princess Margaret moves to meet you. What is going on?
Princess, we're just trying to figure out exactly how to approach this canyon. It's it could be more dangerous than we previously thought, and I know that you want to come with us and bring all of your men with us, but I was hoping you might do me a favor.
Of course. What is it?
The favor's in two parts. And please, what I tell you, do not tell the prince or any of your men. This is a secret between you and I, and my companions here, because I know I can trust you.
His eyebrow kind of raises.
I promise I will not tell the prince. We are not speaking currently.
Good. Then you might like the first part of my idea. I don't wish to risk all of your lives by taking you all inside that canyon, and we need someone here in case the scholar that has barred the way and is going to open the way for us won't let us back out, or in case something goes wrong and we need help. I would like to take the prince and one man-at-arms of his choice with us into the canyon, and I would like if you stayed behind to make sure that we can get out safely.
For the first part, roll a persuasion with advantage.
Okay. I'm going to use a natural 20 on this.
If you think that's best, of course. Bowden wants to... I think he wants to make something political out of all of this. He wants to... He wants to live a story, I think. He's talking about charging ahead and rescuing your friend the knight. He would do best to fulfill his own tale, but play the smaller role that he is meant to have. This is your story, Yuknon.
Don't worry, he'll play his part. And I'm sure he'll be brave enough. Princess, the second part of my favor. I believe that within your host could be a spy. I don't know what they're doing, But we've learned that one of them has been tracking our friend that you met back to the bend, scaring him. If one of your knights returns to your host while we're in the canyon, I wish that you would immediately arrest them and hold them until we return.
Roll another persuasion, this time without advantage.
I will use an advantage.
No, you can't guidance in this.
And I will use my inspiration. A 14.
She has a conflicted countenance right now. She wants to sort of not appease you by any stretch of the imagination, but she doesn't want to disrupt the relationship that you have starting. If someone returns to the host, I will keep an eye on them, but I cannot arrest one of my own men until we discuss this further. You understand?
Of course, Princess. Just keep a very close eye on them.
I will. I absolutely will. I don't believe we have any that have ridden off.
It may have been one of the knights or soldiers that stayed behind and did not come with the rest of the host. But they may try to return to the host. The location of the bend is an important secret, and we wouldn't want the wrong people to learn of where the town lies.
Very, very well. I will. Yes, I will keep an eye on them if they show up.
His lips turn into a small, closed-mouth smile. He takes a step forward, and he puts a hand on her shoulder. Looks down to her, and he says, "You're very brave. Thank you. You're a part of this story, too."
For a minute, you see a ghost of irritation go across her features. My bravery is not in question, Yuknon. My irritation with the situation is. I do not
Is
like
there anything?
I do not like to be ordered about. You have asked, and that is much different. But before this, I was being ordered. I do not suffer that kindly.
Nor should you. Is there anything I can do to lessen your irritation?
She laughs at that. I'm afraid not. It's not your tongue that needs to apologize.
Well, perhaps a good walk will do the prince good.
Yes. Trot him about.
Yes, my lady, I will. And he lets go of her shoulder.
Can I insight check her?
You may do whatever. You are,
Yeah, he's watching both of these. And it's kind of, yeah, I'm going to go for another one. Why not? Not so good. I should have advantaged that, but that seems shaky to me too.
She doesn't seem particularly hard to read, so you don't think that there's any type of deception. But again, someone you've just met, this could all be part of an act. But if it is, it's convincing, at least to you, James. You've been on a roll today, too.
Yep. Okay. James in the back of his head would say, barely knows her, huh? He basically had her eaten out of his hand, and he's like, barely knows her. All right.
Yuknon takes a step back and he says, Princess,
Cross-eyed.
how should we inform the prince of the decision?
Oh. Let me.
But of course, and smiles at that. I must go find my companions, Princess, but I will speak with you soon, and we will come safely out of that canyon.
Please do so. It is a royal decree.
Yes, my lady. He bows and gives like a little side eye to James and a little bit of a smile, and then stands up to take his leave.
We reverse about 90 seconds. Roberts.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, so as she splits off from Ulfsec and Bianca, she's gonna walk over to the prince.
He is there.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk right up to him, like I'm gonna talk to him.
Yes, can I help you?
I'm not sure yet. I think so.
Good. Good, then. How can I be of service?
One of my friends said that you were looking at me.
I've had a lot of that today. A lot of people asking if I've been looking at them. What makes you think that I've been looking at you?
I was actually going to ask why you were.
Roll a persuasion check.
Sure. I'll use an advantage. Who gives a fuck?
Awesome.
My rolls are so bad today. James, give me some of that energy.
Listen, the day where you and James equal out and you're both hitting is going to be a great day for the party because it's not happened yet. He sort of leans in a bit. No, I wasn't looking at you. I'm sorry.
No, it's no problem.
Do you wish I was looking at you?
Why would I wish that?
I once had a teacher that told me if you vocalize something, perhaps it will come true.
Honestly, I'm not really worried if you're looking at me or not.
Good. How else can I help you?
I was curious about the fight you had with the princess.
What fight?
She keeps pulling away from you whenever you try and touch her. She's standing clear over there, talking to anyone else.
She's just understandably scared of the situation. This is stressful, it's trying, it's much more dangerous and exposed than the court. I'm trying to let her know that there are safety in numbers, but I'm not sure I'm being as persuasive as I need to be.
She doesn't look that scared to me.
She will make a fine queen. She hides her emotions well.
She seems level-headed. Able to make tough decisions, even in the face of danger.
She has good advisors.
Are you one of those? You're not royal, correct?
I carry a
Not
title.
noble. And now you do.
Now I do. so much better than not having one. See, if you don't have a title, people don't want to look at you, and people don't want you to look at them. But when you do, even a small word like Prince or Lord, Baron, Duke just craves the wishes of the eyes. It drags along the heart. It creates its own type of desire. So sweet you couldn't even put it on cake. So no. I do have a title now, and I do like it much better.
So, people looking at you is important.
No. People knowing the word prince is.
Prince or not, we all die just the same.
Do we?
We do.
Well, I hope we don't find out anytime soon.
Fingers crossed.
This has been enlightening. Is there anything else you need?
No, I don't think so.
Ta-ta.
I'm not walking away.
Yo, he heel turns and walks away.
Good.
He's got a smart, like,
Run,
half cape
bitch.
on. Right. Ulfsark, make your move, my friend. Everybody is definitely distracted. The principal players, all of the named NPCs, if you will, are engaged at this moment in rather heated conversations, or ones that are emotionally charged either by the presence of a bard, the presence of a lost love, or the presence of two adversaries that may or may not want to see the other die. How do you want to get out of here, Billy?
Is there a horse? Did someone bring a horse?
I'm coming, and I make sure I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go feed you Daisy or whatever the fuck this horse is called. City girl. I'm a city girl. I'm not a
Come
farmer.
on, horsey.
Hey, horse, you like rocks? Hey, horse, come on.
So many rocks.
Oh, horsey.
Whatever.
I love you.
I know. Yes, I'm coming to meet you with a horse. I have to talk to you. You're my brother.
All
Okay.
right, so is that happening? Is she coming to me with the horse? Do you have to get some stealth checks?
I will say this. What everybody would see would be Bianca with a horse. Bianca could get to the edge of the trail when it dips back down, that blind side where Avior couldn't see over, and come back without a horse. I need to know if Ulfsark can get to the other side of that blind hill with a stealth roll, and I want a performance check from Bianca, because this is some David Copperfield shit here, where you're going up with a horse and coming back with not a horse.
I'll just be like,
ta-da! Right.
It died because I'm so bad with animals. What about you want performance?
Hey, everybody.
Don't go look over there. It's gruesome.
Hey, everybody, do you know that fucking horse just died? Don't go check.
It's got smashed by a big rock. Nothing left but the rock. Can't even find the horse.
It's the ley lines. You
It drowned.
That's not how ley lines work.
All right, so I'll do stealth with advantage. I'll burn one on that. This
You
is
want
critical.
performance or deception, Greg?
Sure, if you want to decept your way out of losing a
Sure.
horse.
They won't won't notice. Nobody's gonna notice.
Are you rolling with advantage?
Yep,
Yes, you were, or you weren't.
I was. I counted it.
Staffin!
Staffin, no! We can't even walk into a canyon, Staffin! It's been 2 hours!
Okay. Oh, let chaos strike. Oh, Staffin. Oh. You.
We got away with the horse, though.
Yeah. So we're gonna say that absolutely you were able to get the horse and walk up there with a horse. Several people notice you walking up with a horse, and as you come back, kind of the horse isn't there, but neither is Ulfsark, and there's a lot going on here, and this is not something that somebody's paying attention to.
I need to talk to him.
Yeah, you can talk to him when you get over. I'll give you a brief conversation because you can't. This is kind of a pass off.
Yeah. Hey. God, I'm so smooth. Do you notice that about me? I don't think anybody else notices it.
Did you want me to be honest, or did you want me to agree with
You know what? I don't want you to answer it. It's fine. You're gonna be all right, right?
Absolutely. This is what I am good at. I don't feel I can contribute much else at the moment.
I don't like it when we're separated.
Well, when I come back and that this is all done, you can have the other stone, and no matter what, we can always just apparently breathe heavy into the rock.
I would like that very much.
Take care of yourself.
I will, and I'll take care of the rest of them.
I want. Is with everything with the prince okay?
No, he's a fucking star man.
Does he like you?
You know, I would think that everyone would like me, but so often these people we meet along our journey seem to not. Yes, I'm sure, besides being a star man, that I seem relatively innocuous to him.
I know you're a smart and capable person. I know if you needed help with anything, you would ask me, yes?
Of course I would.
Okay. Well, I believe in you. Be safe.
Okay, hurry back, get Cal. And hug me, dummy.
On the horse, this is hold on, and he reaches over sideways and puts his arm around her and squeezes her in his rib. I'm sorry if I'm smelly. I have a lot of fungus growing on my body.
See you soon, Ulfie.
Okay. Well, here I go. Good luck getting back.
You too. Right hard.
So as Ulfsik takes off down the clear cut, the swath, we see Billy ride off. Bianca, Lauren, you turn back around and are able to make it back to the host. Several moments pass here. However you all want to set up to go into the canyon, Evior's waiting for you. Still kind of confused, sending glares towards the host. He's not very good at this, but just conspiratorially nodding if you look at him, Bianca.
I'll shoot him a wink. It's not a conspiratorial one, though.
Just constantly back and forth. He's not playing this as cool as he could, but he's ready. So what would you all like to do? At one point where you've gathered Prince Bowden and a rather large mace-wielding man-at-arms comes over to stand, and
What's his name? What's his deal?
what? His name is
Mace guy.
Mace Guy's name is Corporal Herman.
Oh, never mind.
Hermie.
Herman?
We love him.
He's got a massive gray mustache, and it kind of splays off a bit, much like you would see, like a huntsman might have.
I'm good. Okay. Do we want a marching order?
I just need to know if you're walking in there and the drop down is set to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we're walking
I think
in.
Yugnan would definitely share, everything that he and James experienced privately with the group,
Mm-hmm.
privately with Roberts and Bianca about the prince before the prince arrives, about the prince continuing to act suspiciously, about
I'm
the
gonna tell you
princess
all that
agreeing.
nasty shit he said to me.
Oh,
Listen to
yeah.
this.
And I'm gonna tell you all about the getting close to the. What did he say? He was talking
that?
so
What are you
much.
doing there?
Kissy boy.
The void.
What was that?
The rift.
The rift.
It was
The
the
rift.
rift. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So
call it the rift now.
in the rift,
That's-
Yugnan will lean in conspiratorially as they continue to share all their information they've gathered, and he'll kind of look to Roberts and he'll say, "Do you want him to come back out of that canyon?"
She pauses for a second. No, I don't think I do.
Can we hear this conversation?
Are we?
Yeah.
We're separate.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
we're
we're all
with
together.
us. Yeah, we're with us.
We're we're in a little huddle.
That's a surefire way to die. No matter how much she likes Yuknon.
It's not our fault if he missteps into the rift.
They'll
No
blame
one will
us
know.
anyway.
We're 100% sure it's not him, though.
It's not.
Head cock. Looking at Roberts.
I had a vision of the real one. He's not
So
him.
You've met him before as well.
Yes.
And you know her. Wow.
Go for it.
The
Insight. roll,
coincidences
baby.
are stacking up here.
I'm not even lying.
Mhm.
What do you
Yeah, he
want?
believes her.
What do you want to
There's
know?
something though. I just want to know if she's not telling me the whole truth, and I know she's not. There's
I mean,
more there. Roberts
the
is
part
a
of the
well.
truth that a
Roberts
fount,
is a
if you
well. Is
will.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's plenty more there, but I'm giving you
Mhm.
all the relevant bits.
Copy. Cool. The head cock stands. I know I could say tilt, but why bother?
Why bother, really?
Okay, and
Roberts-
then we're gonna go in. Maybe. Oh no. After.
Yeah.
Roberts, I'm with you. However you would like to handle this situation and the prince, but have you considered that it may be him with another entity controlling his mind?
I truly
was
don't
trying
think
to
it
say.
is. The vision that I had, I could see him. He was in a prison of sorts. He was with somebody else. I think that he was swapped out.
A prison.
It seemed to be a cell of sorts. I
James
think
kind
that
of like snaps up at that a little bit. Really?
this prince might have swapped places with the real one when he had the opportunity.
Which way did they come, Jeej? From the north?
The Cormyrians, yeah, you met them as you were heading north. They were coming from the north-south.
I'm not saying it isn't possible, but I have to trust my gut on this one. And if you care about the princess, being with him, it's not safe.
I agree with you, and I trust your gut too. I just thought it worth mentioning. If we act out against him, we have to be willing to act out against his man-at-arms too. In all likelihood, it's someone who is, as he is, in on his game.
They may turn
Whatever
on
that
us
game
before we
is.
turn on them.
I was thinking that if there's a way that we can somehow nudge them towards the rift, then maybe we don't have to do anything at all. If it is as dangerous as he said it was.
The princess did mention that the prince wanted to go down there.
Bianca has the power to knock people over, believe me.
With my winning smile.
Besides the winning smile.
If these creatures, whatever they are doing something to the ley lines, our answers are down there, but what they're seeking might be down there too.
Just
If
one
we
more
have
thing.
to.
Don't you feel like everything's pulling us? You know her. She knows him. Somebody's
You know
watching us.
Natalie.
We are being pulled to this place. And I feel like this is going to, there's just too many coincidences. Everywhere we've gone, there've been coincidences. I know people, you know people.
I like to see coincidences as something of a blessing, James.
I just feel like there is an overall watching. Oh, someone else, something is watching us. Something is putting these pieces in place.
Perhaps it's the gods.
Perhaps. But I wouldn't count on it.
As long as we're all prepared to be on high alert if he does turn on us at any point.
Or if he tries to do something with the ley lines, if he tries to run off, no hesitation.
Does the prince seem eager if we watch him? Does he seem eager to get in there?
Roll me an insight.
Can I guidance?
Yeah, because you're observing from afar. I'll let you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Do you want to roll guidance?
Yeah, if you're giving it to me, yeah, I'll do it.
Mhm.
I just want to. Our time has been.
Our magic
I don't
number.
want to waste our time anymore.
22. So with 22 insight, yeah, he seems real eager.
Great.
Good.
Yeah, he would relay that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We're eager too.
We're so
We're all
eager.
eager.
We're
James
We're
is
so
not real.
eager.
James is not real eager. I'm gonna put that out. there.
Okay, you go in the back then.
Stand behind us and
We're
we'll
gonna
look
go
eager.
in order of eagerness.
James is ready to handle him. Let's just say that.
Good. That's all we
Good.
need to know.
Yeah, I think we're ready, right?
Yeah, we're ready.
Let's do it.
As you
Let's fucking do it.
move to walk in, Bianca, as you're passing, Evior comes over and he whispers quickly to you. Again, stay away from the rift. It will compel you. It's powerful. Sometimes I even hear it when I sleep this far away. Tinioth Ret. That's the symbology around here is for Tinioth Ret. So the elves call him he who sees through stars. It's everywhere. It's not a good sign.
And in his head, I'll say, "Thank you."
Just be careful. Take good notes. He walks on.
I always do.
I got this.
All right, so as soon as
Going
you
in.
walk in, he keeps his back to the host, but begins to,
Mhm.
you can see him start to cast as he begins to move his hands and mutter beneath his
I'll make
breath.
sure our two boys don't look back there if I need to stretch my
I'm at
5
the
foot
back.
5 body.
I'm at the back.
Nice.
Always.
Okay. As you all walk in, without the need for a perception check, because this is the entire scene that dominates this space. It's roughly the size of 100 yards, like an American football field. Roberts, you would know that if you pull the bowl out or are able to kind of glean the exact position of the ley lift, the line that extends into the sky, around the base of that ley line are 4 almost shell-like spirals that come up, and energy is licking from one to the other, to the other, to the fourth, to the third, to the second, to the first, and back and forth, creating almost like a fence around what would be the ley lift. The energy will bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it will jump, and you will see this very visible to everyone arc of electricity, or whatever this is, hit a pool of torn purple that is laying in the ground or on the floor of this box canyon. It is rolling almost like a cauldron with this smoke rising from it. And every time the lance of power hits it, it seems to glow a bit brighter. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
I will use my reaction to give myself advantage. That's the thing I can do.
I will use an advantage.
I'll stick with 17.
16.
Oh. Woof.
James. Let's see, Roberts, what did you roll? James and Roberts, you watch as Bianca, Yuknon, and Herman begin to walk closer and closer towards the rift of purple.
Oh.
I grab the closest ones to
Yeah,
me.
I'm going to grab, whoever the closest one is, I'm going to grab and pull them back.
I'll grab 2.
Yep, I'll go for Yuknon.
Sure, I'll get Bianca.
Yeah.
Hermes on his own.
Okay, I need contested athletics from Yuknon and James and Bianca and Roberts, please.
I'm going to
Sure deal.
advantage this one.
I'm not worried about it.
No advantages on this because we'll have an advantage off. So to
Why
say,
would we use advantage?
Yeah, they
right,
wouldn't.
right. No, what I'm saying is because each of you could conceivably use an advantage. I'm not gonna make somebody burn those. To
You know what I'm about to ask you, Greg?
21.
She got me.
How about the guidance?
you cannot guidance yourself.
21. 21. Oh my god.
Nope.
Yuknon shrugs off, but it slows the progress down a bit as James, you're able to grab hold. Roberts, you're able to kind of wrap up Bianca. Bianca, you fight a bit. Yeah. Bianca, you know, you can feel yourself still wanting to go forward towards this rift. All of you.
Can I command him?
Not right now. All of
Okay.
you can see as Herman steps forward and pitches headlong into the rift. He doesn't disappear. It's almost like he splashes into a pool and comes back up, and he's drenched in this purple film. He doesn't seem to be any worse for wear. His skin's not bubbling. He's not burning. It's not as if the temperature of whatever this is hot, but he just seems to relax and begin to sink as you watch the gray mustache that's splayed ever so much like a craftsman or a woodsman, and it goes, and you see him sink beneath this. And from the back, you hear Prince Bowden go, huh. And that's where we'll end this session of the Realms Remembered. I wanted to keep going, but Staffan made a fantastic donation that I want to talk with him about before and give some options to what exactly is about to happen here inside the Box Canyon.
We did get 40 retweets.
We did. And so
We did.
I will ask everybody this. Are you comfortable with your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 position? Are you comfortable with fate dictating how this goes? Then I will simply say, Legion, thank you so much for the retweets. You have given one of these party members a legendary save, a save that travels from episode to episode until it is used, and once used, it has the possibility of recharging. We will see how that plays out whenever it is consumed. But let's go around and talk to everybody real quick. Don, let's start with you, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm great. This is a lot of fun. Good intrigue, and I'm excited for Ulfsark running back towards the bend on a rescue mission. I'm excited to see what's actually in this box canyon. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It was great to play some D&D with my friends again, and I'll definitely be looking forward to next week too. You can follow me online at Donathan Fry on Twitter. I write games and I play in games. I've finished 2 books this month already. I've got 1 book left that I'm working on over the next couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about. And it's something I should be able to share sometime next month. But I think people are going to like it. I like writing it. And what else? I have a Dark Sun stream coming out, a 5th edition Dark Sun campaign that's launching in a couple of weeks on Tuesday nights. If you follow me on Twitter, or if you follow Veiled Alliance on Twitter, it is called Rise of the Veiled Alliance. I'm looking forward to that because I love D&D and I love Dark Sun, and I want to play more of it. That's all.
Fantastic. Dark Sun, everybody. Dope stuff. Let us drop down to Steven. Steven, my friend, you should have saved some of those natural 20s, but you came back.
Yeah, I feel strong about it. You know what I mean?
Feel strong, right?
I feel like James is starting to come out of his mindset that he's been in for what had been going on before. So now I can kind of play it off to why he was so miserable until I start rolling bad again. Then I got to come up with some other reason. So I really appreciate it. I had a blast tonight. A lot of fun. We did a lot of RPing. We really got things going. We discovered a lot of things. I just want to say thank you to Legion. Thank you for everybody. Kobe Bryant died yesterday, and I want to say that kind of brings you to the memory of, live your life, learn from people. Last year at this time, I had a real bad shit happen to me. And if you go back and watch Project Athena, GJ made me like bawl out of my eyes. And you have to learn from things. So cherish life and learn from people who are gone or will go, because that's what getting over and grieving and all that is for. So thank you, and you guys have a great day.
You too, brother. You too. Summer, how are you, my friend? Where can we find you?
I'm amazing. This was super fun session. Greg, I would like to say thank you for removing all guilt I had about killing this motherfucker. I had a lot, down to 0, feeling pretty good about it now.
I thought that would take care of it.
Yeah, thanks. So I'm really excited for next week. You can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. That's where I tweet and retweet about everything that I'm doing. Obviously, you can find me here every Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I'm over on Off the Table. That's off_the table. Here on Twitch, playing a bunch of different games. Right after this, I'm about to go over and really play a game with my friend Dylan, Anarsis. We are currently playing through a shit ton of point-and-click adventure games because we're real gamers, and that's what we're doing. So I'm going to go do that in a minute, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to see us get creeped out by her story, it's creepy. We love it. So mostly Dylan getting creeped out by it. I'm not scared.
Fantastic. Now, last week, if you were with us, it was Summer just going over to watch and drink. Now there's an active participation in the.
I have to take notes. Somebody's got to.
I always thought that was really. I'm just going to be there to watch and drink. Everybody, just show up if you want to see me do that. That's awesome. Billy, my friend, how are you, and where can we find you?
Hello, friends. You can find me at Bill of the Forest on the Twitters. I tweet about a lot of rock stuff recently, if you like geology, and also other awesome games that are going on in the community. But you certainly don't have to follow me. I don't give a shit. I can still be friends with you if you don't follow me. For instance, Summer doesn't follow me, and I love her all the same. She is still my friend.
Are you kidding me?
I don't. That's the point of this, Summer. I think you should not follow me on a principle at this point, because I'm still going to be your friend.
I followed you.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. I'll unfollow him.
It's like a
For
fear
Okay,
follow.
good balance.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm
Um,
so sorry. I literally thought I did. I see your shit all the time. I
I
love you.
I love you. It doesn't matter. That's not how real things work. If you like watching me do stuff, I'm going to be on a WebDM Simbaroom campaign on Tuesdays, like a little short, I don't know, maybe long. Who knows? It could happen. On Tuesday evenings at 7:30 Texas time, which is 8:30 East Coast time. And then we have the episode 2 of the Witcher campaign Wednesdays on this channel. Sorry, Greg, I'm no longer a Tales from the Grim exclusive, but we're going to be in that show together on Tuesdays.
It was about to happen, buddy.
Yeah. What are you going to do, man? The mantel's gone. And then follow Veiled Alliance and LFM Agency. I've seen some of the stuff Don's putting together, and it's fucking next level shit. And I think, yeah, that's it. Party. Thank you, Legion, for doing all the stuff that you're doing. Staffin, thank you for the chaos. I'm excited to see how that's going to pan out. And follow all of these lovely people and watch all the games they play, because they're fucking good, solid, amazing, performance-y character people. I love it. Get out of here. I love you.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, my buddy Lauren. Lauren, how are you and where can we find you?
I'm great. I think that might have been my favorite session. So intriguing. It was super, super fun. You can find me on Twitter at @thatsaltyginger. And I am half of Salty Sweet Games with my best friend Kiana and part of the Tales from the Grim team here on Twitch. Over on Salty Sweet Games, we have a ton of stuff coming up. We've got, what is it? The Witcher. The Witcher starts on Sunday, this Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific, because I like hurting myself. And then Masks of Nyarlathotep starts on February 22nd at 9. And Summer's in that. And it's going to be so fun. And they're all going to die. No. That's it for me. We're playing Deadlands soon. It's going to be super. And yep, that's it. Goodbye.
Fantastic. And because of your retweets, Legion, Brother James, who is having a night, now has a legendary save at his disposal. It's been a damn good Monday, buddy. Awesome. Everybody, thank you so much. Katie, Hawk, Staffin, thank you for the donations. They will be put to good use as advantages were spent. The story was told. We appreciate you all very much. I believe, Billy, we don't have you next week. You're off next week, so everybody look at that lovely face. It'll be back in 2 weeks.
We'll miss you, Billy. We'll miss you, buddy.
We may be having someone come in next week to help out because the chaos that has been brought in, let's just say it might rhyme with wagon. I'm not sure. It might. I'll talk to Staffin about that, and we'll see exactly what our friends get into. But everyone, love you so much. We have Other Doc, Marshall Jim, is going to be taking us down that dusty trail as we fire off our 6 shooters here in about 30 minutes time. But until then, everyone, as the campfire goes down, there is only one thing left to say. You can't always roll nat 20s shit unless you're Brother James, but you can always role play. We'll see you next time, friends. Thanks for the raid, V.